Again, I'm having serious issues here today. Again, I apologize. I will be getting this up somehow, but I'm having just a few issues now with the file share. I'll try to send it in and see if somebody could post them up for me. But hope you guys enjoyed those little risk management thoughts right there, and I hope you guys are enjoying this market. If you guys have any technical questions, any stocks you would like that to be broken down. Unfortunately, I don't have control of the screen, but I can break it out for you and give you levels if you will. So before we get into that, any questions about the risk reward and risk management? Any questions regarding anything I said? Do you want me to repeat a number? Do you want me to go over something? Do you want me to reflect on it more? Any questions about that risk management talk? Hmm. Wink, wink, just a few. All right. If any of you guys have any stock questions or any charts you would like broken down, again, I do apologize. It's probably the first time I'm having issues here getting control of the screen at the moment, and I can't share them. But if anybody has any questions or any stock chart patterns that they would like broken down, now would be the time to ask. Otherwise, we're just going to get back to the market. Again, I'm rather heavy. I have 150 of these KCG calls. I'm still holding 5 of the X calls left. And I'm still holding these Baidu calls. And let me tell you, via these calls, I'm getting to get my full projected targets, and I'm capturing more of the profit while having a very good measured risk. So I've really been enjoying these calls. And keep in mind, if something technically turns, a lot of times I throw these calls away. You know, I don't need to wait for these calls to expire. Keep in mind, one of the worst things to do is to wait for your calls to sit there and, you know, lose time value as it has very low technical odds of getting back to where you wanted it to. So it was a beautiful pop in Baidu. You know, definitely got to that 130 level I was looking. I pinned that real good there. And looking at that Baidu chart right now, it's a beautiful pop-up. Again, Chinese names were definitely the flavor of the day. Sina, how can you beat that? We had a nice little stealth trigger there on Sohu. I unfortunately exited out of that. Did make some nice money though in there. That's Sam Oscar Harry Ultra. Nice little trigger there today. And now you're already bouncing $3 off the low. China definitely in play. Take a look at stealth Chinese names if you want to see, you know, potential, you know, percolation. What's that China cord and blood? If anybody remembers that symbol, something like China blood cord or I don't know. I forgot that symbol. Lady Gaga is a good one. You know, Lady Great Look, April. That's up just randomly 10% today. That's a tremendous percentage move for Lady Gaga. So you do see April does have the screen up there. Okay. Can I look at WLT? All right. All right. I'm going to start off here with WLT. That's Wilson Larry Tango right now. All right, so what's happening here? We broke the descending channel support. Remember turning bullish at $32? This is it. And remember when I said it could get to the 39s, right? That's exactly what's happening on WLT. But overhead descending channel resistance right now, 39.57. So 39.57 is going to be a very critical level to break. And, you know, I actually sliced off those volume bars, but that's a good channel too. But you do see those levels, and you do have WLT percolating here. Let's take a look at it on the 5-minute here real quickly as we're trying to get direction. And what you do see in WLT's 5-minute is a little scary. You got a break of an ascending channel resistance line right now. Scary meaning you're likely to pull back if you're bullish here unless the volume stays active. Right there, look at that 5-minute candle from 110 to 115. and you have that tremendous volume spike on that 5-minute candle, again from 110 to 115, that was the break of ascending channel resistance. The creep back into the ascending channel looks like 37.69. So right now, this WLT might have put in a short-term top. For me, the volume would need to increase to continue to push out here. And so far, the volume has been doing nothing but fading. I'm surprised it didn't already pull back 10, 15, 20 cents already. So just a look there on the 5-minute, little bit bearish, needs to have a bearish move into the bullish channel. So not bullish overall, but on the short-term move here, you can head higher, but you're going to need a lot of volume and you're more likely to pull in. Melnick, Mary, Larry, Nancy, X-ray. Nice look there on the daily. Stock making fresh all-time highs here through 108.80. This is fresh all-time highs on Melnick. I put on a 120 target on the stock. I said look for this stock to potentially run to 120, and I simply based that on the daily of how beautiful. Wait, did I get those levels wrong? No, I got those levels right. 108.89. No, I'm sorry, 108.89. All-time high, not 108.80, and you just hit 108.88. So you're a penny away from all-time highs right here on Melnick. It just printed 92. That's Melnick making all-time highs. Look for volume to spike here, and it should get a little, hopefully it'll explode up through 109, or it's just going to hit a brick wall here. But here's the key test to see how much further this thing wants to go. That's Mary, Larry, Nancy, X-ray. Let's take a look, Phyllis, at Green Mountain Coffee right here. Gary, Mary, Charlie, Randy. Nice little look here on the daily. Digesting beautiful on a bull flag formation. Right now, 21.53, trading right in between its range. For me, this thing really needs to break 22.67, and it needs to hold above 20.12. I think your risk is a coin flip right here. I think your risk reward is a coin flip. They came out with the good earnings. We were expecting that, and they did at least spike up on those earnings. So was a nice call there. From this point forward, look for bull flag continuation patterns. Again, your key breakout level 22.67, and it's really difficult on the daily to see a potential move from there. On the 60-minute, this is a little bit of a different story. That's where that bull flag has a little more clarity to it as you're able to zoom in on it. Right now for the stock, 21.56, descending channel resistance right there on the hourly chart, and you're just banging into it here. So look for that hourly close. Again, by doing those hourly bars, I'm connecting the 12 to 1 o'clock bar on August 2nd, and it's coming down and clipping the 9:30 to 10 o'clock bar on August 6th. So just drawing that line exactly. 8-ball drew perfectly right there. Very nicely done. And if you want to just emulate what 8-ball did there, that's exactly how I see the potential breakout of this bull flag formation. So it's interesting. Definitely give it a look. And, you know, breaking out here and closing above that sign would definitely be a nice sign as well. Is there a way to test the resistance levels? There is, but unfortunately for the way I do it, I just look for a channel. So let's see, stock is going up to all-time highs, obviously. Is there a channel that you could potentially use? There is. There's one channel here. There's one tremendous ascending channel here that could potentially bring the stock to around $250, $260. It's a very wide channel on the daily there of Charlie Frank. And basically you hit the bottom of that channel on May 16th and June 4th. Just if you want to like follow through. Again, it's a very wide channel, and that's major long-term swing channel. I think you could potentially push higher here. I think 210, 215, 220s is definitely optimistically in the cards for the bulls right now. The stock has been pushing up, showing relative strength currently, and it's just one of those things where you ultimately have to define your time frame. Just got back from Panera, and you want to know about BBY. You know, was a really nice call on Eric before in BBY, and hence I took more of the bearish stance. I'm going to say the same thing I said just this morning after Eric's post. I'm going to say bearish with a potential gap fill right there. You saw in the 15-minute of Bill Yankee that you started pulling down on that fourth 15-minute bar. That's when Eric pointed it out, and you just kept slamming against the floor. So for me, I'm still looking for a gap fill in this name. I don't know if it happens or when it happens or if today it'll happen, but nonetheless, that's how it's trading right now, and that seems to me the path of least resistance on Bill Yankee. That's China Core, Charlie Oscar. I appreciate that. Yoku hourly. Oh, wow. Nice. I love it. I love it. Take a look at that. Yoku on the hourly. Beautiful, beautiful look. Beautiful triangle wedge right now of a bull flag pattern. That's your high conviction play. April threw that up right there. Look at that thing. The triangle wedge doesn't get more perfect than that. It's, you know, the tapering off of volume. Your risk reward is obviously best to the lower side of that thing. And yeah, you look at that puppy right there, and that's beautiful. That's just beautiful. Love it. Love the look there on Yoku. If you see any interesting calls, feel free to share. That's Yankee Oscar Kilo Ultra. Very nice look. Panera, 5. Well, started out this morning, started busting up, pulled in, crashed through day lows, popped up, and now just digesting here right off the lows. What's going to happen here? You broke the descending channel resistance line on the 5-minute candle basically at 1250 to 1255. You broke through it but then closed back inside. Looking at it here, you have a new ascending channel forming, and for the bulls it's kind of interesting here. You do have ascending channel support right here at 4381. So that's a very big support level for, oh no, that's PNR. Wow. I'm sorry. I was looking at PNR. Wow. Panera Bread. No, different story here. Peter, Nancy, Randy, Alpha. You broke descending channel support on that previous 5-minute candle. Your new descending channel support for the name right here, 154.78. So you have a critical support line right there. You just banged against it, and you're in a pretty tight 5-minute channel. The volume spike right there for the break of the descending channel support. So very nice look there on Panera. SRPT, daily wedging. Sam, Randy, Peter, Tangos. All right, let's take a look at Sam, Randy, Peter, Tango right now. Well, stock is pretty new. Technically speaking, you got a little bit of a falling wedge right here, resting right on support. So that breakdown this morning on elevated volume for the name could have definitely been easily blamed, at least. It could have been easily blamed on the break of that falling wedge support level. I think it's off of a bull flag pattern. I still like it. 703, obviously, you're critical lined in the sand. And setups like this, if these things go, you start looking for $12, $15 targets. But unfortunately, if this thing goes below 703, you start looking for targets of like $3.61. So definitely should try to know how to play this. I see all the calls absolutely dead in the stock. Yeah, Doug. So you basically, more important, yes, I know that WLT pulled back. And you know what the truth is? That WLT will do that probably 98, 99 out of 100 times. So right now, if you drew those same lines on WLT and you're still looking at the 5-minute, you started bouncing off the re-entrance into the ascending channel. 37.72 and 37.73. The low of this current and previous 5-minute candle was the retest of the re-entrance into that ascending ascending channel. So you did see the volume spike up here on this 5-minute candle of WLT, and that's what's potentially holding it above that channel. But yeah, you know, it looked like a little short-term top out there. It doesn't mean it doesn't, you know, head up higher afterwards, but just looking for that potential digestion might help people look for potential entry points. So more important, understand why it just did that more than anything. Got Rob looking at First Solar right now, Frank Sam, Larry Randy. It's a little bit of an interesting look here. You're getting that bull flag continuation pattern volume at the moment where the stock is spiking up. You want to know your breakout level? $19.12. You think you're seeing volume in First Solar right now? Was that what you were thinking? $19.12. If and only if you can get to that level, that's where you're going to inevitably see a volume spike in the name. Frank Sam, Larry Randy for a potential bull flag continuation pattern to the upside. Percolating now on 1-minute volume is the sign you want to see before that happens. And that's a very nice and timely look there on Frank Sam, Larry Randy. Again, that volume trigger, which you will inevitably see volume based on this technical formation, is going to be through $19.12. And more importantly, you want to look at it from an educational standpoint. Watch to see if it could get to those levels and just watch how it trades. And then after it's all said and done, think back and say, in the future, if I see a setup similar to that, how would I want to trade it? And that just goes all back to your risk-reward parameters and whatnot. Not sure if any of you guys were watching Dole Foods, Derek, Oscar, Larry, Edward, stock that I liked earlier this morning. Beautiful move. Just ripping up 4% right now for the day on that Dole Food. Yep, good look, Eric. Liquidity services. Yeah, I mean, that's still a bear flag formation there on that liquidity services. I think you have tremendous resistance at 41.25 and your coincidental day high 41.27. So that's triangulation wedge resistance on Larry Quest, Derek Tango. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little presentation today. Again, I'm going to fix up what we talked about today, and then I'm going to try to set it in for you guys. Maybe worst case, you'll get it tomorrow and whatnot, but I definitely want to make that available for you guys. And hope you guys enjoyed this non-webcast presentation, but presentation nonetheless. So happy trading, make money, 8-ball. Thank you very much for following through with me. I know sometimes, you know, I just keep talking. I never shut up, you know, kind of a disease of the mouth I have, but very nice job following through with me, and I really appreciate that. So happy trading, make money, guys, and I'll see you guys here on the live trading broadcast.